Hey everybody, this is Brandon with Premier Guitar. Today we got the Fuzzrocious knob Jawn. This thing is crazy looking. The first thing you'll notice is the biggest knob you've ever seen, on a pedal at least. Biggest knob I've ever seen on maybe any piece of gear except for an oscillator. Anyways, what this thing is an octave device. All the way to the left on the big knob is just a straight analog octave up. And you got a dry-wet control up here for the whole pedal. And then all the way to the right is a digital analog octave up or down. And you could select if it's up or down with this top knob. Not a lot going on here, so it's very simple. All the way to the right is a positive sign, which is octave up, and then to the left is a negative sign, which is octave down. I had it on the octave up, blended sort of 50-50 on the way in. On-off switch, and the second switch is really fun. So what this is when you have the big knob set to the right, I said I had octave up on the way in, so whenever I hold that down, it reverses that pot to go to the octave down, and obviously you could do the reverse, go from down to up, just momentarily. So if you're playing an all octave up part of a song, but you have a little bridge where you need to be octave down, instead of making a whole new setting, you just put your foot on it and then let go when you're done. And this thing can get pretty strange because you can blend the analog octave up with the digital octave up or down anywhere in between with the rest of the sweep of that knob. That's it. Very simple, but very unique. There's a lot of octave pedals out there, but I've never seen any with that feature set that'll give you that sort of access to not only a straight analog octave up, but a digitally controlled octave up or down, which is really neat. So yeah, I opened up with a more subtle sound, believe it or not, with the analog or the digital octave up. And I'm gonna just keep it there for a moment. I'll go 100% wet so you could really hear it. And then I'll kind of take my thumb on and off the reverse switch so you hear it go from up to down, back to up again. So let's see what that sounds like. Really fun. So that's what that switch does. I think when used in practice, you can achieve some really cool things that might take two pedals to do otherwise, and a lot of tap dancing. So let's blend in the middle and see what the analog, actually let's just go all the way to the left. Analog octave up. This is what that sounds like. Not the greatest for chords. A lot of single note stuff is probably best. So let's see. So it's your classic gritty, dirty sort of analog octave up. It's going to give you a lot of that splattery, sputtery sort of dissonance behind it that sounds almost ring-moddy in some instances, especially if you're stacking dissonant notes like that. So let's try something with that. Let's blend it with the analog, or with the digital. Back to digital with a little bit of fun stomping. You get the point. You can do a lot of good faux bass stuff with that too. Let's go back to the octave up and blend it 50-50 with our dry signal. And I have no idea. Let's try something. Like I said, chords kind of spit out on you, and as with most analog octave ups, past the 12th fret seems to be the best with the way it reacts. Yeah. Have to be like the right single note lead line to apply that, but Hendrix did it. I'm not Hendrix. You're probably better than me. Figure it out. Again, this is the knob Jawn from Fuzzrocious. It's definitely on brand for them for an octave effect. You know, they do a lot of really interesting things, and this is no exception. I love the intuitive layout that they have applied to it, and I think you'd have fun with it if you got your hands on one. So go do that. I'm going to play us out, and as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.